Good morning and welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. Today is February 21st, 2020. My name is Lysander Xanthus.
And I am Eliza, the kitchen witch.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I've got like a rogue hair kind of attacking my face. All right.
Welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. This program was created to assist spiritual practitioners such as yourself maintain consistency in their practice, and we are here to tell you about the day's astrology, numerology, and other information to bring into your practice today. So we are actually going to begin with our grounding exercise. This is important to do each day in order to continuously assist the healing in your own energy body. So let's begin. Imagine yourself inside of a large bubble. This is your aura. Imagine gently attached at the bottom of this bubble is a pipe leading deep into the earth. For the sake of simplicity, imagine this bubble is filled with a dark colored energy. Imagine or intend this energy draining out of your bubble and into the earth. We release all energy that does not belong to us. We release all energy that is no longer serving us, serving our highest good, or serving our goals. We release old emotions, habits, blocks, relationships, situations, beliefs, anything that is not helping us progress forward. We release these things from every layer of our aura, from every chakra, and from every part of our being. We release. As the last of this energy leaves your aura, intend that the drain at the bottom disappears and note that your aura is sealed and complete. The pipe falls away from you and dissipates into the earth. And we have grounded. I'm now going to use this singing bowl to stimulate and awaken our energy so we are present for the information today. All right, now it is time for our astrology of the day.
Multitasking.
So, this is describing where all the planets are in relation to the zodiac constellations. Just a reminder, this is not a horoscope. It's describing the energy that we are all experiencing at this time. So we begin with the sun in Pisces. What's being emphasized at this time is our intuition, our imagination, and what's happening deeper within us emotionally and in our subconscious and the inner movements of our beings that are resulting in our reactions and emotions throughout the day. The moon is in Aquarius, so we may find that we are having interesting dreams at this time, and we feel a desire to share what we know with others, and to seek new and different ways of doing things. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are in Capricorn. Mars gives us the drive to let go of the things that are no longer serving us, as Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto assist us in this shedding throughout the year. Mercury is in Pisces in retrograde. So this is a period of review of the various areas of our lives for old disappointments, expectations, and hopes that weren't fulfilled, and releasing these things at this time. Going back and looking back at our the things we imagined for ourselves. Neptune in Pisces connects us very strongly with our deeper selves, intuition, and emotion. Venus in Aries has us feeling impulsive and passionate in our relationships, especially our romantic relationships. And that may express itself amorously or in a hostile manner. Uranus in Taurus is challenging us to change our deeper habits and to try a new way of living. So it's here to shake things up. All right, so let's take a look at our aspects. Mars is in triune with Uranus. So our drive to let things go and to progress ourselves in our lives is complemented by Uranus wanting us to make radical changes in our lives. The moon is sextile with Venus. So what I see here is that we are desiring to share of ourselves, and especially with those we are involved with in a very passionate manner. And we may feel
a strong urge to passionately scream our feelings at them so that they know how loved they are. I'm not saying that because I'm feeling it so much right now.
So glad I'm not
love you so much.
So glad I'm not the target.
No, but I still kind of want to scream that I love you. But
yes, wanting to passionately and impulsively share your feelings and what you think. All right, so that's the astrology of the day.
Just for anyone that couldn't join us yesterday, we talked just a little bit about how the sun in Pisces is adding extra emphasis to this retrograde.
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked, especially because of what we just related about screaming our feelings. It is a known characteristic of Mercury retrograde of interesting communications.
Yes.
So it all kind of ties in. Wherever the sun is, it highlights and emphasizes the qualities of that sign, and especially of any planets that are in the same part of the sky. So the sun is in Pisces, and so are Mercury and Neptune. So Mercury and Neptune are also being highlighted as well as Pisces. So this retrograde is pulling up all these old feelings and things for review to our conscious mind out of our deeper self. So we may be dealing with especially subconscious things, the ways we've been disappointed, our hopes unfulfilled, and that is also why we may want to impulsively scream our feelings at our romantic interests because of those deep disappointments and finally resolving them. How things that didn't happen, things that didn't work out, things that we felt should have been but weren't. These are the actual blocks. We always think of bad things happening as being our emotional blocks, but sometimes good things or other things that didn't happen are things that hold us back as well. We've got to let them go. Sometimes our hopes are the hardest thing to let go.
I was about to say, the hopes, the desires, the aspirations for what could have been, those are the things we need to let go during this retrograde.
Those things can hold us back far more than our failures is our hopes that were disappointed.
The dashed hopes, the ship that crashed upon the rocky sides of everything.
So there you go, there's a whole picture. And I know some of you will be tempted to not have these communications or to avoid it because that's what we do during retrograde, but you should totally explode and let them have it and actually resolve this stuff.
Air your,
I was going to say something else.
Air your grievances. Allow them to air their grievances.
Maybe you're being pushed to say stuff that causes fights for a reason.
Absolutely. Right. But with that in mind,
it's time for the numerology.
It's time for the numerology. And the numerology is, if you end up screaming at people because you're so passionately involved in speaking your mind, that's just what happens. But today is a 3-day, and 3 days are all about joy and laughter. The 3 is always a very playful number. It's social, it's generous, it's gregarious. It's all about watching that comedy routine that you've had on your Netflix for like the last 3 weeks, So, here's my little write-up for the numerology of the day. Laugh and have fun today. This 3-day is one of joy. Go out and be social, be the class clown at work, or just smile until your cheeks hurt. The more joyful you are with yourself and those around you, the more joy you will bring into your life. Remember that the universe wants to give us what we're asking for. So when we put joy and laughter into the world, and when we surround ourselves with that energy, we're asking for more of it. So that is the numerology for today. Really simple. Smile, laugh, have a good time. If you end up hanging out with friends you have to scream at them, and then laugh at the screaming.
Well, you also may be pleasantly surprised, perhaps airing everything you've been holding back for days, months, years, decades, may liberate you, and you may find an eerie sense of joy afterward, or you may actually miraculously end up getting what you wanted because you finally said something.
Yes, maybe.
No promises, but it could go either way, but either way will be in your highest.
Just remember, you have to be the one to take the steps. Holding on to things only hurts you. So do what I did, plan a coffee date, and be prepared to rip someone a new one for all that pent up everything. But buy them a coffee first. It's the least you can do. That's what I'm doing.
Arish to go.
Arish. No, don't sit on the camera. Thank you.
All right.
That was close.
Now it is time for the crystal of the day.
Woohoo!
Today we have Amazonite. Amazonite inspires hope, playfulness, and a carefree attitude. This happiness crystal helps us assess our inner truth and personal power, allowing us to step into our authenticity and empowering us to live life to the fullest. It helps us enjoy happier relationships by improving our communication skills and our understanding of others. It also allows us to let go of our limiting beliefs and emotional blocks and to tune into our intuition so that we can be guided to make healthier decisions that lead to happiness. So this is a great environmental crystal, like something to keep in your home or grid your home with or to wear.
Amazonite.
So those are some of the qualities of Amazonite. But you are going to experience the energy of this crystal for yourself. So I'm going to channel its energy toward you so you can feel it.
Reach out and touch the Amazonite.
All right, so this is the energy of Amazonite. If you allow its energy to pass through you, you may experience a little healing along the way. That is the crystal of the day. Is she okay?
She's okay. She's looking at a squirrel.
Oh, okay. That's what all the crying's about.
That's what all the crying is about. She wants the squirrel outside. Sorry, checking on the kitten. All right, time for our affirmation of the day.
It is. This is an original affirmation by Eliza. I'm going to read this affirmation to you the first time so you can hear the words and take them in. Then we'll say it together. I love to laugh. I live my life joyfully. I am so blessed. Now let's say it 3 times together. And keep your hands open.
Keep your hands open and a smile on your face for this one.
All right, let us begin. I love to laugh. I live my life joyfully. I am so blessed. I love to laugh. I live my life joyfully. I am so blessed. I love to laugh. I live my life joyfully. I am so blessed. All right. We invite you to carry this affirmation forward with you in your day ahead. Hey, Ereshkigal. Sorry, she jumped over my drink.
We're having some cat drama llama in the house today.
Come here, baby.
Apologies, everybody. All right, it's time for our magic tip of the day.
All right.
What you got for us?
So, the magic tip of the day, this is a generalized statement, but I'm going to describe how it's applicable. Feel good first, then make decisions. Feel good first, then engage with magic or, compile your spell components. And this is because we are in a better place to make decisions when we are in the right headspace. Including intuitive decisions, it'll allow you to access your intuition more strongly. And when you take the time to feel good first, the answers your intuition give you will come more readily, and you can better guide yourself to your highest good. Now, how does this relate to magic? Sometimes when we're feeling especially bad, we may end up doing workings or choosing to do spells that do us a lot of harm. So, but we're trying to solve a problem. We're trying to help ourselves in some way. So that's understandable. So taking the time to shift how you're feeling about things, and then looking at the situation and saying, what's the best way to address this issue or to get the result I want from that place instead. And then the energy that you're feeding into that working is totally different than acting from a place of anger, vengeance, bitterness, desperation, poverty consciousness, etc. Then if you take the time to feel good first, then you're solving the problem from a place of self-care and nurturing. So that's the magic tip of the day.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Take it from a place of positivity. Don't create magic when you're mad. Mad magic always bites you in the butt.
So now it is time for our card reading of the day.
Woohoo!
This is a card reading that is meant to give you insight and guidance into the day ahead. You may find that you resonate with all of the reading or just parts of it. So yes, let's see what the cards have to say to us today.
Fantastic. Shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle me. Shuffle, shuffle.
So today's reading comes to you from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Hi, sweetie. I have both cats now. Hi, sweetie.
Just being silly now. Cat sighting. So we're going to start here.
Yes. Temptation. Because this is an oracle deck, I like to read highlights from the booklet as well as offering my own interpretation. Through this card, temptation, addictions and self-limiting behaviors are being addressed. This is a time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material physical world. Even though we're all born connected to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural, from our real selves. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us, and from the love within ourselves, it's often replaced with a different supply or substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency to someone, or even work. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link to the divine or love was broken. The temptation card is calling you to take a hard look at life and ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from addictive behavior? Is there negative thinking or behavior that's causing the life force to seep out of my soul? Are the people and relationships in my life giving me energy, or are they draining it? Learn to embrace your fears and all your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining that knowledge will help you transcend to a higher awareness. So that's what the booklet has to say. I feel as though it is important to take a look at these things because when you acknowledge them and even just begin working through them, not necessarily successfully overcoming them in full, you open yourself to more joy in your life. So that concludes that card. All right, let's see if the deck has anything more to add.
Shuffling. This is always the most exciting part, the shuffling.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So.
No, really.
No, really.
No, really.
Stop.
Stop it.
Look at the things you're addicted to, and you may blow it off and like, well, I don't do drugs or things. There are a lot of things you can be addicted to. Thinking about someone, obsessing about the past, your emotions, bitterness. You can be addicted to being vindictive.
Yeah. Too much Netflix, too many video games. Escapism comes in many, many forms. What is your temptation? What's keeping you from the divine? What's keeping you from your natural self? Speaking of which.
And it's elaborating on its point with mental conflict. You can be addicted to being indecisive. You can be addicted to letting other people dictate your life and not taking responsibility for yourself. What is that called? Addicted to like blaming other people, other things. Mental conflict. This card deals with the inability to move forward as self-doubt emerges from indecisiveness or not being able to take action with a person, group, or even a situation in your life. It may not be an easy decision, but you're already aware of this. Just remember that you have the strength, courage, and power to make all the necessary considerations. And when you decide to act and finally make the choices that need to be made, then and only then will a resolution be forthcoming, and with it a sense of mental relief. You can be addicted to running away. There's assistance out there for you, so seek out and listen to wise counsel to help you make the right decisions. Listen to your intuition and have faith in yourself. Peace and harmony will soon be yours. So that is mental conflict. So bear that in mind today. That concludes the card reading.
Especially that temptation card, everybody. It's really trying to make its point. All right. So, as always, the Morning Metaphysical Report is made possible by viewers like you.
Yes, thank you.
No, really, thank you. In just a moment, all of the names on screen are the names of our current patrons supporting us on Patreon. Thanks to them, we are here for you every single day. If you would like to contribute, support the show, give us your ideas, thoughts, opinions, or just learn more about the Morning Metaphysical Report, please check us out at patreon.com/Morning Metaphysical Report. Also on screen are all of our social media links. You'll find something a little bit different on every single one of these social media sites. So I highly encourage you to check them out, like, follow, subscribe, share, and otherwise get involved. The Morning Metaphysical Report is super fun. It's always evolving, changing, growing. You can be a part of that.
All right. So now we are going to cast a psychic shield. So if you follow along, you will cast one for yourself. This is an important daily practice in order to protect your energy and to make your healing efforts toward yourself go further. So let us begin by drawing an equal-armed golden cross and blooming a white rose in the center. Imagine or just intend this. Draw that golden energy up and connect it as you draw a cross and bloom a rose above you. Draw it behind you and bring that energy down below you. Then connect the crosses by drawing a vertical gold ring connecting them all. Now bring that golden energy over to the side, draw a cross, bloom a rose, then connect the crosses in a horizontal ring. Draw another one on the other side. And then just go around again as you connect all the crosses. Stop off to one side and you will connect the crosses in another vertical ring going side to side. I also like to fill the entire space with golden energy, creating a sphere that we are inside of. You've just cast a psychic shield. This is called the Rose Cross. So I hope that it serves you well today. Finally, we will be setting an intention for our day. We are the creators of our reality, so this is a very useful daily practice as well. I encourage you to set your own intention for the day or accept ours for you. Today brings us an opening to joy. Today brings us clarity and awareness of what it is that has been stopping us from being joyful in the present moment, whether it's things within ourselves or around us that need to be let go. We gain an awareness of the things that are holding us back, and today brings us a willingness to shed them when the time is right for us. Today brings us laughter and pleasant surprises. Thank you, and so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today and for watching. It's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to see all of you. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your light with us. Namaste, everyone, and blessed be.
Be blessed.